And welcome back to FiOS 1 News Now. I'm Brian Webb in for Mike Gilliam.
And I'm Courtney Kane. Let's start this half hour with a check of that forecast. Joe Chaffee over in the Weather Center and loving that sunshine today, Joe.
It was really nice. Got up to 50 today. Just want to continue our review of snow amounts. Suffolk County, the jackpot zone here, 20.1 inches in Patchogue. MacArthur Airport, 18.4. Bayshore has now jumped up to 19.2 as opposed to the old reading. That's a new number that was just sent in. Centerport 9.6, East Hampton 3.5. And in New Jersey, we have Roselle at 11.8, Harrison 9, Inglewood 8.6, Newark Airport at 8.3. And as far as the snow totals are concerned in the Hudson Valley, where amounts were up on the high side with numbers that were from 5 to as much as 10 inches in some places. And as we look at the futurecast, we are going to just see rotating upper air disturbances going through from time to time. And that should be about it. I think we're going to be in pretty good shape Friday through Sunday. There's low pressure to our south and west. That is going to pass well to our south. So we really don't have any complications for the weekend other than the fact that it's going to be on the chilly side, Courtney and Brian.
All right. Thank you, Joe. Well, we will definitely take that. We're not going to complain. Actress Queen Latifah's mother has passed away after a very long struggle with a heart condition.
Rita Owens, a native of Wayne, New Jersey, was an active member of the community, including teaching at Irvington High School. FiOS 1's Emily Drewby has more on her life and legacy.
Activist, teacher, mother, there are many words that describe Rita Owens. Owens passed away on Wednesday after a decade-long struggle with a heart condition. Queen Latifah released a statement to People magazine confirming her death, in which she called Owens, quote, the love of my life. 69-year-old Owens played Latifah's mother in the 90s sitcom Living Single and Aunt Nettie in the movies The Cookout 1 and 2, both produced by Latifah. In addition to some acting, the Wayne residents started a scholarship foundation for low-income students titled after her son, Lancelot H. Owens, who passed away in a motorcycle accident back in 1992. Owens also worked as an art teacher at Irvington High School, the same school Latifah attended. And while Owens hasn't taught at the school in quite some time, her legacy lives on.
Queen Latifah and her mom, they're very popular at Irvington High School, and how they just left a good mark at our school and everything, and how we remember them here.
She was very talented. Of course, she, vice versa, Queen Latifah was also talented. She's a very nice woman.
Owens was diagnosed with heart failure back in 2004. She spoke about her struggles and promotions filmed for the American Heart Association. Back in 2015, Latifah told People magazine that when she wasn't in California, she was helping to take care of her mother in New Jersey. As of right now, there's no word on funeral arrangements. In Irvington, Emily Drewby, FiOS 1 News.
All right, well, police in Suffolk County, they are searching for 2 men in connection with a couple of stolen credit cards. They were used to buy tires. Boston's Brittany Comack with the story.
Do you know these men? Suffolk County police say they are looking to question them in an ongoing forgery investigation. According to police, someone used stolen credit cards at several Mavis discount tire locations across Suffolk County to purchase tires.
I find it terrible that somebody would come and take advantage of a business like Mavis, who is a local business for us and we use constantly, and try to rip them off in a way that would affect them and make them lose money.
Police say these purchases went on for months and were made between August and October of 2017. People in the area we spoke with today say the crime unfortunately doesn't surprise them.
It happens a lot. People always try to scam other people out of things, trying to get stuff that they don't necessarily have themselves. It's all over the place. You just have to be able to be careful and watch out for those kind of things, and it's not right.
We did reach out to managers at locations in Smithtown and Comack, but they said they were unaware of these crimes and would prefer not to comment.
All these people that work here are hardworking people, and they don't deserve to have that happen to them.
And if you have any information regarding this crime, you are encouraged to contact police. Reporting in Comack, I'm Brittany Comack, FiOS 1 News.
Westchester County Executive George Latimer signs a petition to push for early voting in New York. It It would allow voters to go to the polls 12 days in advance of an election. Governor Cuomo has already set aside $7 million in next year's budget to help early voting. The biggest hurdle in making this a reality comes in the state Senate.
Early voting is in place in 37 states, as well as the District of Columbia. 37 states, over 2/3 of the United States has early voting provisions. So this is not something that New York is trying, and it's a big experiment. New York is lagging behind other places.
Right now, Port Chester is the only city in New York that allows early voting.
Lawmakers in Albany, they are preparing for a vote on the state budget, which will include funding for schools. Parents and community members in Ossining want more money. Fast One's Ali Rosen tells us why.
Watch Albany politics in the last 3 weeks. Something that is said over and over again is education, education, education. There's nothing more important than education, and we are not seeing it here in Ossining.
Ben Zebelman is the co-founder of Ossining for Fair Funding, a community-based organization which raises awareness of the needs of the Ossining School District. According to Zebelman, a parent of 2, their school district is the lowest funded in the state when it comes to foundation aid.
As we've been saying this year, we don't have any more rabbits to pull out of hats. You know, we've already renegotiated bus contracts. We've renegotiated health insurance contracts. We have, teachers' salaries have not gone up like they have in other communities. I mean, it is just, it's unfathomable how we are where we are.
While the foundation aid formula has been frozen for years, the Ossining School District has changed.
We've gone from, in the 10-year span, to almost 56% of our students on free and reduced lunch. We have more students in the 10-year span. Just using that as an example, is 1,100 more students. All of those, if you freeze a formula and you don't let it catch up, then you're going to fall further and further behind.
In the governor's proposed budget, he suggested increasing the funding for Ossining by $150,000, which adds up to be about $31 more per student. However, Zebelman and local representatives say that's not enough. Instead, the assembly proposed more money.
That absolutely can help Ossining.
But unfortunately, the state Senate had a different perspective, and now members of Ossining for Fair Funding have to wait to see what Albany agrees upon, which is why on Thursday afternoon they are hosting a rally
to talk about the issue of funding for Ossining. And it's going to be a bunch of families coming together and concerned community members to raise awareness of our issue and to hopefully have a positive effect when the final numbers of the budget happen in Albany come April 1st.
The rally will be in Market Square on Main Street. In Ossining, Ali Rosen, FiOS 1 News.
A brand new center for pregnant women who are considered high risk opened in Oceanside.
FiOS 1's Cecilia Dowd took a look inside the center, designed to be a lifesaver.
Mairead, Catherine, and Kamaya each made her debut at South Nassau Community's Hospital in Oceanside. Their arrivals came as the hospital itself celebrated a birth of sorts, the opening of a state-of-the-art center for high-risk pregnancies.
We complement the care of the general OBGYN by doing high-quality ultrasound, genetic testing, care for women with any kind of chronic or medical disorders or unexpected problems with the mother or the unborn child during the pregnancy.
It's nice to have something local.
For Oceanside resident Caitlin Walsh, cradling little Mairead, it doesn't get more local than that. Same for Erin Freeman, who had all 3 of her children here. She's local as well.
When we were looking for maternity care, luckily we didn't need anything that catered to a high-risk pregnancy, but knowing that we would have had to go elsewhere is something that we definitely weighed in choosing a doctor. But now knowing that South Nassau has that capability, it just makes it an even easier option.
I think it's a good idea.
The $3 million center, called South Nassau Center for Maternal Fetal Medicine, is a stone's throw from the hospital. It's right across the street.
This is an investment that we already are seeing pay off because of the types of patients that are able to now come to South Nassau, stay in our system, and deliver with us instead of having to be referred out to some of the bigger hospitals in the city.
Dr. Dina El-Kadi, Chief of Maternal Fetal Medicine at South Nassau, says this center was a long time coming. As for seeing the dream become a reality,
It was very unreal. We had to pinch ourselves quite a few times.
the center's been open for several weeks, and Dr. El-Kadi tells me that they've already seen 300 to 400 ultrasounds. Reporting from Oceanside, Cecilia Dowd, FiOS 1 News.
All right, huge improvement in the weather today, but that wasn't really hard to do, right?
Not at all.
Check on the forecast now.
Yeah, Joe Chaffee over in the Weather Center, and pretty much going to get better from here, right?
Well, we're going to be chilly through early next week, but there are no storms on the horizon. We still have the old storm from yesterday off the New England coast. You can see it there rotating around, and some of the radar echoes coming down with some rain and snow showers in Maine and on up to eastern Massachusetts. That's really the only issue we have over the next couple of days, is that we do have some upper air disturbances that'll be coming through, typical of the springtime, really. Temperatures did a big rebound with a snow cover and snowfall from yesterday. The sun really just wants to take those temperatures higher no matter what. Newark at 51 right now, Oceanside at 47, where the snow cover is less. Poughkeepsie's at 52, where it's more. Islip at 46. Cold and clear tonight, temperatures in the mid-20s to low 30s, so anything that's standing around moisture-wise will probably freeze up a bit. And we'll have sun and clouds, not as mild for Friday. Temperatures will be mostly in the low to mid-40s, and we'll watch for a late day, afternoon rain or snow shower. Brian and Courtney.
All right, thank you, Joe. Well, Facebook fallout.
Facebook reportedly gave away data on tens of millions of its users. So what do students have to say about it? That story's coming up.
A business loan should be made to measure.